1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says decision about easing the countrywide lockdown will be taken after seeking inputs from all the provinces on the 14th of this month. China has again reiterated its willingness to continue supporting Pakistan in the fight against coronavirus pandemic. The number of people infected from coronavirus across the world has reached 1,531,992, while the death toll has risen to 89,682. In a telephonic conversation with the Australian counterpart, the foreign minister apprised her that India is trying to change the demography of Jammu and Kashmir, which is a disputed territory and is in violation of all international laws. The Foreign Office has expressed deep concern over the lack of medical supplies and assistance in the Indian-occupied Kashmir to deal with the coronavirus challenge. Pakistan has demanded of Afghanistan to hand over ISIS Khorasan leader Aslam Faruqi, who was arrested by the Afghan authorities on Saturday last. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says decision about easing the countrywide lockdown will be taken after seeking inputs from all the provinces on the 14th of this month. Talking to members of Balochistan's provincial cabinet and parliamentarians in Quetta this afternoon, he said the federal and the provincial governments are working in cohesion to cope with the situation arising out of COVID-19. The Prime Minister said National Command and Control Centre is minutely observing the coronavirus situation across the country. Imran Khan expressed the fear that hospitals will face immense pressure due to likely surge in corona cases by the end of this month. He urged the nation to demonstrate unity to mitigate the adverse impacts of coronavirus. Prime Minister Imran Khan has called on the nation to join hands with the government in the war against coronavirus, as it is the issue of the entire country. He was addressing a news conference at the Governor House in Quetta this afternoon. Imran Khan said his visit to Balochistan is aimed at ascertaining the grievances and problems being faced by the masses of the most backward area and poor people in the province. The Prime Minister maintained that he came here to extend cooperation to the Balochistan provincial government in providing maximum relief during the lockdown. The Prime Minister said the federal government is constantly in contact with all the provincial governments to combat with the coronavirus emergency situation. China has reiterated its willingness to continue supporting Pakistan in the fight against coronavirus pandemic. The resolve was expressed by the Chinese ambassador to Pakistan, Yao Xing, who called on the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi in Islamabad today. The two leaders reviewed the latest situation arising out of coronavirus. Speaking on the occasion, the Foreign Minister said Chinese medical assistance to Pakistan will help increase Islamabad's capabilities to contain the virus. He said Pakistan is learning from the experiences of Chinese doctors and paramedical staff who have successfully treated their coronavirus-hit population. The government has announced Ramzan package worth 2.5 billion rupees for the provision of essential commodities to the masses at reduced rates through the Utility Store Corporation. During the holy month, she was addressing a news conference along with the Managing Director, Utility Stores Corporation in Islamabad today. Firdaus Ashikawan said under this package, 19 essential commodities will be provided to the people at reduced rates. She said if required, the Ramzan package could be increased to 7 billion rupees. She said the Ramzan package will remain effective till Eid al-Fitr. She, however, said subsidy on 5 essential items will be carried forward after Eid. Giving details of the Ramzan package, the Utility Stores Corporation Managing Director Omar Lodhi said there will be subsidy of 15 to 20 rupees on gram flour and pulses. Similarly, subsidy will also be given on the items commonly used in Ramadan, such as squashes, sugar, tea and milk. The Economic Coordination Committee has approved deferment of monthly and quarterly fuel adjustments in the electricity bills of consumers till June 2020. The committee met in Islamabad today with the advisor on finance, Hafiz Sheikh, in the chair. The committee also approved 4 technical supplementary grants for the current financial year. The technical supplementary grants have been approved for the Federal Public Service Commission, amounting to 160 million rupees, Achievement of Sustainable Development Goals Program, amounting to 1700 million rupees, Special Security Division South Phase 1, worth 11,483 million rupees, and for Special Communication Organization, amounting to 468.212 million rupees. The number of people infected from coronavirus across the world has reached 1,531,992, while the death toll has risen to 89,682. According to the Johns Hopkins University of the United States, the death toll in the United States has risen to 14,797, while the number of infected people has crossed 435,160. In Spain, the death toll has risen to 15,238, whereas over 152,446 have been infected by the virus. In Italy, the death toll reached 17,669, while over 139,422 have been infected from the pandemic. In France, the death toll reached 10,869, while 112,950 people have been infected from the virus. 337,296 patients have so far recovered from the coronavirus across the globe. This is Radio Pakistan. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has telephoned his Australian counterpart Marise Payne and discussed the situation arising out of the global pandemic coronavirus and matters of mutual interest. The Foreign Minister apprised her about steps taken by Pakistan to contain the spread of the contagion. Shah Mahmood Qureshi pointed out that the developing countries are facing difficulties due to limited economic resources to cope with the challenge. Drawing attention towards the plight of innocent Kashmiri people, Shah Mahmood Qureshi said the Indian government has confined the people of occupied Jammu and Kashmir to their homes since the 5th of August last year. He said India is trying to change the demography of the disputed territory, which is a violation of all international laws, including the United Nations Security Council resolutions. Pakistan has expressed deep concern over the lack of medical supplies and assistance in the Indian-occupied Kashmir to deal with the coronavirus challenge. In her opening statement at the weekly news briefing in Islamabad today, the Foreign Office spokesperson Aisha Faruqi pointed out that 170 coronavirus cases have been reported in the occupied territory, along with the death of 5 people from the virus. She said voices from within India and around the world continue to condemn the inhuman oppression of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. The spokesperson said Pakistan has decided to facilitate the movement of cargo trucks and containers to cross over into Afghanistan through the Torkham and Chaman border crossing points thrice a week from tomorrow onwards. Aisha Faruqi said a comprehensive and phased plan for the repatriation of our nationals in different countries has been made. Pakistan has demanded of Afghanistan to hand over ISIS Khorasan leader Aslam Faruqi, who was arrested by the Afghan authorities on Saturday last. In a statement, the Foreign Office spokesperson said the Afghan ambassador to Pakistan was summoned to the Foreign Office and conveyed Pakistan's deep concern over the activities of this group, which are clearly detrimental to the security of Pakistan. The statement underscored that since Aslam Faruqi was involved in anti-Pakistan activities in Afghanistan, he should be handed over to Pakistan for further investigations. In occupied Kashmir, thousands of people defying military siege and lockdown took to the streets and participated in the funeral of a martyred youth Sajjad Nawaz Dar in Sopore town of Baramulla district. According to Kashmir Media Service, the body of martyr Sajjad Nawaz Dar was recovered from the debris of a house which was destroyed by the Indian troops during a cordon and search operation in Arampura area of the town yesterday. Pakistan has shot down an Indian quadcopter for violating its airspace in Sang sector along the line of control. According to ISPR, the Indian quadcopter intruded 600 meters inside Pakistan's territory for conducting surveillance. ISPR said this blatant and provocative act was aggressively responded to by the Pakistan Army troops by shooting down the Indian quadcopter. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain with thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in Kashmir and its adjoining areas. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.